Hi friends, I'm back with one more video and this is going to be a very interesting video and one of my favorite topic. Okay, the topic is the pros and cons of investing or trading the FNO options versus the equity. Okay, so the topic for today is like, see, I'm not going to use any PPT because this is more of subjective. Okay, the topic for today would be, just to reiterate, right, the pros and cons of trading the FNO options versus the normal equity, that is like cash segment. Okay, looking at my screen, if you look at my screen, this is Reliance basically. Okay, I'm doing a debit spread in Reliance. Okay, and see, I've deployed a debit spread called debit spread because my view, let's take an hypothetical example. My view in Reliance is bullish. Okay, so I'll end up taking a debit call spreads. Okay, so I'll get one 2,900 call and 30,000 sorry 3,040 CE sell. Okay, Reliance is currently, the spot price is like 2788. So see, I mean, I'll not discuss about the debit spread over here. So let me take you to my YouTube channel. Okay. See, this is my YouTube channel, right, friends? So you can always visit to this hybrid trader YouTube channel. There is one playlist, dedicated playlist, wherein I've told you the entire end-to-end series about the debit spread in terms of what should be the premium selection, what should be the strike selection to get the 1 is to 3 risk towards everything. So you have five uh, videos in this playlist, and other than this you have all the real time debit spreads adjustments, meaning when I say real time, these are all my real debit spreads what I've deployed, and I've shown you all the real time adjustments. Okay, so now not let's not discuss about the uh, what do we say, strike selection, because I've already, because if not the video would become more lengthy. Okay, so what I've done, I've deployed a debit spread in Reliance with a view of bullish. Look at the profit, right? Okay, look at the uh, capital required is only 24,000, right? We'll just take it as a round figure, 24,000. All right, and look at the profit potential. It has almost 110% of the profit potential if your view goes correct. All right, and we have more or less equivalent, almost like 32% of loss in case if the market goes against your view. All right, so let's talk about this 110% and then I'll come to this loss part. Okay, this looks very promising, right? 110% within 1 month. See, I'll show you. Even I've traded the Reliance actually. So let's say today is 26th of April. So if you look at the expiry, this is 26th of May, not 28th of April, 26th of May. So I have already 5 days here, and then the May month 26, almost I have like close to 30 days. Okay, so my bet on Reliance is Reliance will move up. Okay, if you look at the debit spread, if you look at this payoff graph, let's say, let's take a very hypothetical example, right? Market is supreme, but let's take in some hypothetical example. Let's say your Reliance, right, by next month 26 expiry, if it makes a move of 9%, friends, see this payoff graph. Okay, let me, yeah, see this payoff graph. If Reliance makes a move of 9% by expiry, that is by what is it, 26th May, the 26th May, if Reliance makes a move of 9%, okay, okay, you will get a profit of 27,162. If you look at the green color box, that is your expiry profit. Okay, just focus on the expiry profit, and the below blue box, right? I cannot over my mouse. If I over my mouse, everything will get disappeared. So just focus on the green color box. 27,162 is the profit you will get on expiry day, which is almost your 110% on the capital deployed. Okay, and let's say on the expiry, right, not on the expiry, let's say tomorrow if Reliance makes a move of 9%, I'm talking about tomorrow, right? If Reliance makes a move about 9%, look at the blue box, you will make the profit of 12,168. That is very tentative, that is not accurate, it depends on the premium and everything, but let's take a minus or plus of 1,000, 2,000. So at any cost, at any given day, if Reliance makes a move of 9% tomorrow, you will get 12,162. So I'll be like, not calculating the premium, that would be like almost 50%, right? If Reliance makes a move of 9% tomorrow, so you will get 50% of the returns on the capital deployed. And on expiry, if Reliance moves until 9%, you will get the 27,000. So let me take a screenshot, that would help. Okay, let me go to MS Paint. So this is what I was referring, right? Let's see. If Reliance makes a move of 9%, close to 9% tomorrow, right? You will get this 12,168, right? Which is almost your 50% capital, 50% on your capital of 24,000. Isn't it? I mean, can you expect 50% in a month on a capital of 24,000, right? Let's say if Reliance makes a move of 9% on expiry, right? Expiry is like on, let's say, 26th of May. You will get 27,162, which is almost like your 111%. All right. So this green box is your expiry profit. This T plus 0, which basically says the current day, right? Tomorrow will be your current day, right? T plus 0 is your current day. So let's say I'm making a video during the market offline. So let's say if Reliance gaps up by 10%, I'll get 50%, right? On the next day, I'll get 50% profit on the capital deployed. But right, which is very rare but not impossible, right? Reliance can make a move of 10% up or 10% down also. We'll come to the down part. We will just focus now on only this 100% profit with debit splits. All right, so now let me clear out everything. Okay, sorry. Okay, now on a contra, let's say let's say you have deployed this equal amount of 25,000 in normal equity market. When I say equity market, you go to Reliance, you buy one Reliance worth 25,000, right? Equity is like cash segment. All right. So for you to make 27,162, right? To in the normal equity market, friends, I'll do my best to deliver, so don't get confused, right? To make a profit of 27,000 in equity, I'm not referring to this debit spread. In equity, let's say you're buying Reliance worth of 24,000 in equity cash segment. So for you to get this 27,000, needless to say, right? I mean, this is self-explanatory. Market has to make a move of 111.33%. So do you think, can you hold until Reliance make 110%? So then you are eligible to get this 27,162. But if you compare the equity segment with your debit spread, this is where the difference. Just Reliance making a move of 9.2%, you will get the profit of 27,162, which is like 110%. You got the difference, right? For you to get 27,162 profit in equity, Reliance has to make a move of 111%, right? 111% year, right? And for debit spread, Reliance has to just make a move of only 9% to get 110%. All right, hope I'm clear. So this is the beauty of debit split. Yeah, many of you might be having a concern about this 32%. So I'll come to the loss part. Right? So there is no holy grail in the trading arena, right? Right. So the kind of risk you're taking, the equal amount of reward you will get, right? But look at the trade. I've taken the trade 1 is to almost 1 is to 3.5. Okay, so my strike selection, my premium selection is very important in the debit spread. Not only the strike and premium selection, your view, your chart analysis, or else your view, or else, wrong to say prediction, but you should have the you should have the technical analysis in terms of identifying the view, right? I've deployed 1 is to 3. So let's say I am winning, like, let's say my risk to reward is like almost like 1 is to 3. Okay, what will happen if I deploy? Okay, so what will happen if I deploy 10 trades? Okay, with a risk to reward of 1 is to 3. Okay, even if I win 3 trades, right, if I lose 7 trades. Okay, so, just see, 3 1 is to 3, right? Even if I win 3 trades and lose 7 trades, right? So here I'll make 3 into 3 9. Okay, so my overall win rate is 9, and even if I lose 7 trades, net I am in profit of 2. I'm just taking a very hypothetical example. So with 1 is to 3, right? With 10 trades, even if I'm winning only 3 trades, so which is like 30% of the success rate, or but still I'll be making money, because net I'll be winning like only 2 trades. And let's say if your probability of winning is 60% or 70%, just imagine, friends, how much money we will make with the 60 to 70%. And based on this, you have to select your risk to reward. All right, so for now I've taken 1 is to 3. So it is not always, you'll not get 1 is to 3, right? Even if you get 1 is to 2 or 1 is to 2.5, ensure that you are getting like more than 1 is to 2. Don't even go for any trade which is not giving you more than 1 is to 2. Even 1 is to 2 is fine, 2.5 is fine, 3 is fine. I mean, the more the better, but even do not go for like 1 is to 5, because your probability of profit will decrease. The bigger the risk to reward, the probability of profit will decrease. But we know, right? I mean, if you go to this playlist, I've told you the entire end-to-end series about the debit spread, how to deploy the debit spread, what is the strike selection, what is your premium selection, right? How to do the adjustments, various adjustments. We have discussed about 7 to 8 adjustments in terms of mitigating the loss. I'll come to the loss part, and also I've shared all my real trades. So friends, this is very important. Just go to hybrid trader, right? Go to this playlist, and then go for these two playlists, so that you will get a logic or a clear understanding of what exactly is a debit spread, in case if you're not aware of what is debit spread now. Okay, so I've told you all the good part. Okay, so now let's go to the Reliance chart. Okay, so without the view it is impossible for someone to be in profit in the debit spread. See, debit spread is basically a directional strategy, right? You should have the view of the market. All right, so let me see. In fact, I've told in many of the videos like where exactly we can deploy the debit spread, where we should not be deploying the debit spread, because you need to have the view of the market. But now, looking at Reliance, it is almost, I would say, made a all time high, right? So do you think, friends, Reliance, right, see this moment it has made from, if you look at this, it has made almost like 28% in, right? How many days is it is, let me take the day. Okay, so this would help you for sure. See the Reliance, how much of movement it made. Okay, in 47 days, sorry, 70 days, right? Reliance has made already 28%. Okay, so do you think the debit spread would work over here, right? It already made 27%. And if you look at the 1 hour chart, right, it is at the all time high. So there are only two possible ways: either it will break out from here making all time high, or else it might retrace. There are only two possibility, right? Right, the probability of breaking out and the probability of retracing are equal, because you know, right, whenever a stock breaks the resistance, so it will fly like anything, right? So even we have that possibility, and also it can retrace, right? So we have been discussing about this part, right? So what if Reliance breaks out? I think we will get into profit the next day, right? If Reliance comes down, so we will discuss about this in few minutes, right? Let's think Reliance will make a breakout from here. So within 2 to 3 days you will get like 10, 20, 30, 40%. And one more thing is, friends, don't even look out for this 111%, right? If someone is focusing on this 111%, so then there is some issue with the psychology, because the realistic expectation of a successful trader is, they say, 4% per month, right? And here it shows 100% per month. Okay, let me take a screenshot. So I think this video will definitely be a lengthy one. Okay, so let's say, right, you have 100% returns, right? So if you're looking at this 100% return, so then some problem with you, right? Forget about this 100%, think about 50%. How about 50%, right? Don't you think 50% is too much for 1 month? Forget about 50%. How about 25% of this profit? Even 25% is huge. I think 25% we actually target for yearly. Forget about 25%. How about 12.5%? Even this is huge. How about half of this thing, right? 6 to 7%. Even 6% is huge. So I'll just leave it to you, friends, whether you want to target 100%, whether you want to target 50%, whether you want to target 25% or 12.5% or 6%. For me, I would be very happy if I get 6% per month. Even 6% per month is huge, but let's say I'll target. So let's say tomorrow, if Reliance make a move of, see, let me show you. If Reliance make a move of, right, let's say Reliance make a move of, I'll stop it here, right? 5%, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, after 2 to 3 days, if Reliance makes a move of 5%, right? Check the T plus zero profit, right? Let me take one more screenshot. Check the, right? Check this profit, right? T plus 0, 6,790, approx 7,000. So what is 7,000 on a capital of 24,000? 7,000 divided by your capital, 24,000 into 100. You are getting 29 percentage. So don't you think this is an amazing strategy? 29% if Reliance makes a move of 5%. So let's assume if Reliance makes a move of tomorrow by 3%, okay? If it makes it 3%, you will get 3,500. So what is 3,500 on a capital of 24,000? I'm showing you practical. 3,500 divided by 24,000. So how much of what is the percentage? It is almost 14%. Don't you think 14% is too much for, I mean, return, in terms of return, it is like, so what did I say? I'm planning to just get 6%. I'll just leave it to you, right? Debit spread has the potential of giving you very good profit. I mean, you can't even imagine. It will give you like too good profit, but you should be like very, very good at identifying the trend. So you should know where exactly I have to enter for the debit spread. All right. So I'll give you one example, like 2 to 3 examples. Right. It doesn't make any sense for someone to enter the call debit spread here, because Reliance is taking a resistance and it has the potential. Now you might ask a question, right? What logic it makes for me to go for this, what do we say, for the call debit spread? Yes, that's a very valid question, but this has made the all-time high. So whenever it makes all-time high, the potential of the probability of going up is more rather than retracing. So we are talking only about upward market, right? We'll come to the downside. I mean, what will happen if it goes to downside, we'll just talk about, but I'm just discussing from each and every uh, angle, right? And even the selection of the stock is very critical. You cannot go for debit spreads in all illiquid stocks or penny stocks. Just as we have this dual sectors, I'll tell you guys, you see, we have this 12 sectors, right? Your see, auto sector, it, pharma, energy, fmgc, infra, right? Reality, media, you have metal sector. So ensure that you prepare a wish list of all the industry leader stocks from each sector, right? You take two strong stocks from the metal sector, two from the media, okay, two from reality, two from infra, two from fmgc, two from energy, and the same like pharma too. So you have to prepare your own wish list. So this is what I've done. So basically these are all my stocks, right? Don't enter into debit spread, especially into FNO stocks. In the illiquid stocks and also in the penny stocks, you will end up into too much of loss, because you'll get all those physical settlement. You will end up getting illiquid stocks wherein your profit will melt away by the time if you buy or sell your leg. So just go for the industry, right? I would say top 20 to 30 nifty stocks, or else just go to each and every sector and select the top two leaders into that particular industry. Okay, and this I've discussed everything in my debit spread. Again and again, I'm telling you, friend, this is very important. Go to my debit spreads, and I'll ensure that I keep adding all the important videos as and when I come across. And this is for now. We have like 7 different trades, right? And even you can go through all the 7 different trades. So this will help you in terms of mitigating the loss. Okay. So now let's come to the loss part, right? 32% is a huge loss, right? Though we have 110% as a profit, but in line to that we have 32%. 32% is huge loss, though we have a very good risk to reward. Even if you do not do any adjustments, if you follow like 1 is to 4, 1 is to 4, even if you win 3 trades out of the 10 trades, you will end up making the money. But with adjustments, by mitigating the loss, by doing the proper adjustments, there are like various adjustments I've shown you in my YouTube channel. Because if I start talking about all those adjustments, I think this would become like a 5 hours or 6 hours video. But I'll just leave it to you. If you're interested, you can always go back to my this adjustments part. Okay. Now let's say, just to reiterate one more time, so the debit spread has the potential of giving you 27,000, which is like 110%. Let's talk in terms of percentages. It has the potential of giving you 110% with just a move of 9% in a month, right? Forget about this 9%. That's what I'm telling, right? Forget about this 100%. Even if Nifty makes a move of 5%, this is your break even, right? Mixi make sorry, your Reliance, I mean, sorry friends, Reliance makes a move of 5% on your expiry, or 6%. See the profit. See, as and when the Reliance makes a move of 6%, 7%, see the profit of T plus 0, that is your current day and on the expiry, right? If Reliance makes a move of 6.45%, tomorrow you'll get 8,339. On expiry you'll get 9162, right? Whenever your first sell position, this one, your sell position becomes ITM, so that's where you see the full maximum profit. And you might be thinking, okay, for Nifty to make 3%, 5% move would be like very huge task. Let me show you. Let me take you to this. See, today Reliance. Sorry guys, I'm telling Nifty. Forgive me. Today Reliance made a move of almost 3% just in one day. So Reliance has the potential of making 5%, 3%, 2% in a day. Let me take you back to the chart of Reliance. So don't you think? Just see the moment, right? I'll go to daily time frame. Okay, sorry. See the potential like what Reliance has. Okay, I'll take this move from within. See, within 4 days, it made a 10%. Look at the top box, right? It made almost 11% in 4 days. So we are expecting Reliance to just make 9% in 35 days, right? So don't you think Reliance has that potential? Look at this move, right? From here, it made almost 22% in 21 days. Okay, so even if Reliance makes a move of 5%, I think we will end up into huge profit into our debit spread, right? I've shown you the example, right? If it makes 5% move, you will make 50% on your capital, 50% on your capital. Okay, so I'll just leave it to you. You can just deploy the trade in Opstra and you can do your own analysis. I've taken Reliance as an example because this is a well-known stock across the trading community. So you can go for SDFC Bank, you can go for Kotak Bank, you can go for Hindustan Unilever, you can go for Bajaj Finance, all the liquid stocks. I'll just leave it to you. Right, you have to just do your homework in terms of finding out the liquid stock, but you can take industry leader from each sector. All right. right? We have discussed about this 1 is to 3, right? Yeah. One more time I want to reiterate, for debit spread to make this 100%, Reliance has to just make a move of 9%. But if you go for normal equity, normal cash segment with the same capital, so to see this 100, to see this 27,000 profit, Reliance has to make a move of 111%. But I mean, I'll just leave it to you, right? If Reliance making 111%, right, it might take 3 months, 4 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years also. But making a move of 9%, or making a move of 5%, or making a move of 6%, still you'll get into good profit. So do not focus for this 27,000 profit, just focus for 6% profit. But I'll still leave it to you. If you are a very aggressive trader, you can target for this entire, if you have that patience, right? You have to target, you can just hold or be very aggressive in terms of capturing this entire profit. But for me, though it says 111%, I'll be like very much happy if I get minimum 6%. If market is very kind to me, it will give you more benefit. Now let's talk about this 32%. All right, so this is one of the drawback of debit spread. But friends, believe me, if you are good at adjustments, you can nullify the entire loss, right? I've shown you all the adjustments. Right away I'll show you one adjustment, right? Before doing the adjustment, I'll tell you, see, if stock stays as it is, right, at 29,000 in the debit spread versus your stock in equity, right? In equity you will be at cost to cost. In equity you will be at zero profit. Let me take a print screen. This is very important to understand. Okay, now comes the drawbacks. But okay, so now let's say you deployed in equity. Okay, so your Reliance, right, stays at 29,000 for the next expiry, right? You will end up into cost to cost in equity sector, because it is at your break even actually, right? So you'll end up into, but in debit spread you will end up into 32% of loss. Scenario number one, right? Let's say let's say Reliance, in equitech sector, Reliance has made 5% down moment, 5% minus 5%. So then in the equity sector you will lose only 5% of your total capital deployed. But here, even if it goes for 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%, you will end up losing 32%, right? Drawback number two. Let's say third one, if your Reliance, right, makes a move of until your break even, this one, right? Let's say your break even is 4%. Even if Reliance goes up by 4%, right, until your expiry, I'm referring to this thing, right? Where is that? Right, yeah, this is where, right, your break even, where is your break even? 29,032. Even if Reliance makes a move till like 29,31, you will end up into 32,000, 32% loss, because your profit starts from this break even. So your profit zone is from year till year, right? Maybe year you will get 25%, year you will get 50%, maybe year you will get 75%. All right, here you will get complete 100%. This has a potential of giving you good amount of profit, right? But as a drawback, you have the equal potential of 32% of the loss compared with 110%. Okay, and even if your Reliance makes a move of, if it has like a circuit of 100%, your profit will be limited. You know that your profit will be limited, because look at this boundary zone. Now, how to mitigate this loss? How to mitigate this loss is the bigger question. Okay, and one more thing. Let's say one advantage with the debit spread is like people go for investment. So let's say Reliance went down by 50%. Reliance went down by 50%. Okay, this is one of the advantage. In equity, if you invest in equity, you will lose 50% on your capital deployed. All right, but when you go for debit spread, even if it makes a lower circuit of 100% or 50%, your maximum loss would be only 32%, right? But wherein in the equity you will lose 50% if Reliance made a down move for 50%, you lose 50%, but wherein the debit spread, your loss on the downside is capped. It's very limited loss. Okay, hope I was able to convey you the message. These are only the drawbacks. Okay, how to nullify or how to mitigate all this loss? So here comes your adjustment strategies. I'll show you one adjustment because, as I said, I've mentioned all the adjustments in this video, real trades, and also one of the real debit spread adjustments. Have shown you everything in this video. Let me show you one adjustment. So let's say you deployed this trade. Let's say tomorrow Reliance made like 5 or 6% 6% or 10% of move, downside move. Now you have changed your mind, saying that okay, looking at this thing. So Reliance, one second, I'll make it very clear. Okay, I'll go to 1 hour. All right. So you might have deployed the debit spread here, but now Reliance started, right, retracing from this. So now retracing, and even it broke this support, it is coming down. So now it is coming down. So now you have to make a call. Okay, I was wrong in terms of my view on Reliance going up, but now Reliance is retracing from this critical resistance level, right? It is retracing. So maybe Reliance will go into downtrend for some time, or else it will go into sideways. So even if it goes to downtrend, you lose into your debit spread. Even if it goes to sideways, you will lose into your debit spread. So now we have to decide and start working on mitigating your loss, this 32%. So let's take a classic example, right? You sold 30/40, right? 30/40, and let's say after 5 or 10 days. So we are friends, we are talking about we have another 35 days, 5 days here, and also almost like 25 days here for the May expiry. So you have 32. So maybe on Monday you can take a call, on Tuesday you can take a call, on Wednesday you can take a call in terms of mitigating the loss when you have a very strong feeling saying that okay, Reliance will come down. So what you have to do is like convert this debit spread. I'm just talking about only one because there are like various things I'll talk about how to mitigate this loss, right? Simple thing. 3040, I'll go to option chain, right? 3040. So where is that? 3040. What I'll try to do is like I'll just go to like 3 to 4 strikes. Okay, I'll just try to sell one more, uh, what do we say, one more sell in the Reliance to mitigate my loss on the downside. When I sell one naked call, okay, see what happens. See what happened, right? Definitely you need capital, right? Initially it was only 25,000, but as I said, option selling is all about having extra capital to mitigate your loss, right? If the view went as per your view, you will get into huge profits, right? And even with 1 is to 3, even if you leave the trade as it is by trading like 10 different trades, 3 or 4 winning trades will nullify the all the losses of the other trades, and also it will give you good profit. But we are talking about the adjustment. See the loss from almost 13,000, your loss came down to 3,962. All right, so you have almost mitigated your loss, and you have the potential of still profit if market, if Reliance reverts from here, and it might get into this green zone, right? So you have two things. First thing is like you need to mitigate your loss. If you're not happy to give this 3,962, I know there would be like some experienced trader, right? I'm just trying to simulate now. So you'll not get this premium, right? More or less you'll get similar because you are doing this adjustments maybe during this weekend. So do not delay in terms of doing the adjustments, right? From the bullish you have to come to bearish, and you have to just think about this loss. So I've taken the 15.5 as a new sell, right? I was able to mitigate my entire 13,000 loss to 4,000. If you're not okay to give that, what do we say, uh, even the 3,000 loss, so let's say 31, right? Okay, so I've taken the run. I'll go for 3180. Okay, so 30 40, right? So let me go to option chain, and you can even do this thing also. See, see what is your loss, right? Your loss is 7,838. Even you can do this practice. So we'll take it as 8,000. 8,000. Not sure what is the uh, lot size. Okay, let me check the lot size in Reliance. That is very important. Friends, this video is becoming lengthy, but this is very important. So we cannot have the time bound. Okay, so lot is 250 in Reliance. I'll go back to my this thing. Okay, 8,000 divided by my, this is my loss, 250. All right, so I have to capture 32 points. Okay, 32 points to make my loss almost zero. So let's go back to option chain. Let's see where is the 32 point, right? Which one did we trade it? What was our sold call? That was 30 40. 30 40, right? So you have to go for 32. So let me take this one. I'll trade two quantity. Okay, same 15.2. I'll go for two quantities to mitigate my entire loss, right? See, you have mitigated your entire loss, 13,000 7,000 loss to zero. But I would not recommend this. You have to mitigate your loss in phases first, rather than just mitigating the loss at once. Because see, you initially you had the bullish period. So what if market can also take a U-turn, right? Even if it takes U-turn, it, see, for you to start seeing the losses in this naked sell, market has to travel from your green zone, from your debit spread, right? Although you see loss in this trade, but this buy position will give you so much of profit, right? Wherein this loss will be like completely nullified, right? Again, see what I've done, I've converted the debit spread to ratio spread. I've just mitigated my entire loss. Okay, so when we initially started the session, you were completely surprised to see, right? Though we had like 120 110% of the profit, but the loss was 32%. But now with only one adjustment, with the extra capital of 1,30,000, we mitigated the entire loss, right? And let's say the Reliance keeps going down, you have a golden opportunity in terms of having some minimal profit on this thing by just book the profit. Let's say Reliance makes a move of 2%, right? Just book this profit and go inside this. I'm talking about the second cell, right? You book the second cell, this one, and go a bit inside. You can go until your 3040 and make it a typical ratio spread, right? So whenever you are going shifting inside, you will end up adding some profit, and all those credit will add up to this side. So rather than at 88, you might come up with some like 1,000 2,000 profit, which will be your brokerage cost, right? But let's say if there is some good news in the Reliance, and if market keeps flying, right, takes a U-turn, right, you need to just monitor, and if it falls somewhere here, right, again you will come into profit. Look at the profit. If market ends here, you will get into like 20,000 profit. Okay, if market expires somewhere here, you will get into 34,912 profit until here. From here your profit will start, because this naked sell will start giving you the losses. By we will not wait until here. The moment market Reliance reach here, we will exit this entire trade. All right, friends, this is, so sorry for the inconvenience. Give me a second. Give me a second. There is someone at my door. I mean, I do not do all the editing. I do the entire video to take. Give me a second, friends. Someone is at my door. All right, so yeah, this is what we mitigated the entire loss, and there are like 7 to 8 different adjustments wherein you can just go to my playlist again and again. I'm telling, don't get bored, friends, because this is required. Because if I start telling you right from what is debit spread, how to get to 1 is to 3, what is the strike selection, what is the premium selection, right, how to get this 1 is to 3, how to get this maximum profit, maximum loss, right, what is your break even, everything I've explained in my end to end series. All right. So basically, if you want to mitigate your loss, you need to have the extra capital. But this is important, friends. This is very important. Your view is very important in debit spread. Honestly, I'm telling your view. If you are very good at price action, I think you will make good amount of money in the FNO stock compared to equity. Right? I'll tell you to this thing. Let's say, I'll see. I'm actually planning to make a video, another video on the best practice to deploy, to enter, to exit, what is should your stop loss and everything for the FNS stocks. But let me give you a couple of points. Right, first thing is like you have to select very fundamentally strong stocks which should have liquidity. Right, illiquid stocks will end up into creating issues. Right, the other thing is, right, whenever, so let's say Reliance, you Reliance is made a 10% move. Right, the best thing would be accept the loss, close this entire trade, and during your May month, let's say by this time, maybe this week or the 1 week before the expiry, or the starting Monday of the expiry, exit this entire Reliance, and friends, again just uh, do one debit spread for June 38th. Reason being, Reliance, HDFC Bank, these are all fundamentally strong companies, right? It can make a move of 10% down, 15%, but it cannot go to 30, 40% until and unless there are some management issues or maybe some bad news, right? So accept this loss, right, minimal loss, and then re-enter into Reliance for the next month expiry. And what I will do is, like, rather than entering with single quantity, this time I'll try to enter with double quantity, because I know, because Reliance cannot go 20% down. I'm not referring to only Reliance. There are like other very good stocks like SDFC, Kotak Bank, your Asian Paints, which are like very liquid top 20 stocks, right? SDFC cannot go for 30% down, right? It might retrace actually. So basically, what I mean to say is, like, if you look at this Reliance, right? Reliance has already made such a big move, right? So it has retraced. See, it cannot fly straight like this, right? It cannot fly straight like this, right? It went up, it retraced, right? It made a very impulsive move, and see, it has retraced, right? Again it went up, now it is retracing actually. So from, maybe from here again it will make a up move, right? It will make a up move, again it will retrace, again it will make a up. So this is how the structure of the market, right? And on also the stock, it cannot, see, if you look at, see, it made a very huge impulse move and then it retraced, it went into sideways, right? It made a big moment, retraced, right? Again it made an impulsive big move. Let me clear out everything, right? So I know this video is getting lengthy, but this is very important. This is very important. Okay, see, market has went up, it retraced. Okay, market went sideways, market has went up, it retraced. Again market went up, again it is retracing. If you go, if you if you go to 1 hour chart, okay, the same thing happens here, right? Take any stock, not only with Reliance. Let me take HDFC Bank. Okay, HDFC Bank, I'll go to 1 hour, I'll delete. See, if you look at HDFC Bank, see, I think HDFC Bank is at the right. See, this is my analysis on SDFC. So no one can stop me for going for a debit spread, because SDFC has already made a downfall of almost 22% in 32 days. Look at the green box. 32 days, it made it 22%. Such a fundamentally strong stock. So do you think SDFC Bank will again make a 20% move? So we have to take a chance. So now I'll deploy a debit spread. I've deployed the debit spread. I can show you all my real trades. Right? I've deployed a debit spread in SDFC Bank for 26 May. Right, I've deployed. See how the market moves, right? It made a it see, this made a huge impulse, retracement, again it went up, retracement, it went up. So this is making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then all of a sudden it fell down. See, it fell down, it had a pullback, and then again it fell down, right? So see this, it went up, retraced, again went up, retraced, again went up, it had a gap up, and then it made a low fall. So you should have the view of the market. And I will tell you some drawbacks about the debit spread is this. You need to, because I have been telling all good things about debit spreads. Stock versus debit spread, right? Stock, you can hold for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but for debit spread you cannot hold more than 1 year. You can roll down, you can roll up the stocks for sure, but it has a expiry. So next month expiry on 26th of May, this will expire. So my bet is by next 30 or 40 days, even I'll get good amount of profit if Reliance makes a move of 5%, right? 5% to 10%. All right, that is what I'm expecting. And again, I'll show you, it's not a big deal for companies like Reliance SGFC to make a move of 5%, 10% in a month. It purely depends on your price action. Okay, friends, so I've just tried to I did my best, I think, but in case if I forgot something to mention, so definitely I'll make a follow-up session. But I think I was able to uh, express, or else I was able to explain you in a detail. I know this video is extended. Let me think. Okay, I should have made the notes. Okay, I've talked about adjustments. I've talked about the 1:3, right? You should know how to select the strike selection, which month expiry you have to sell. Everything is my playlist, right? Drawback would be monthly expiry. This has only monthly expiry. Only bet what I'm doing is like considering 40 days, and the best time for you to deploy the trades is like, even you can deploy in the April month second week for the May 26th. The reason being, you'll have, right, even you can go for 18th, right, 45 days before the expiry. In case if you get some good liquid stocks, you can enter into before 45 days, because you have 45 days for your stock to make a move of only 4 to 5%. Though we say 4 to 5%, we saw, right, even if the stock makes like 5 or 10%, you'll end up into getting 100% of the profit. So do not get into that standard process. Okay, if the stock goes for 5%, I'll get only 5% of the profit. That happens only in the equity or cash market or your futures. But wherein in your FNS stock, even if a stock makes a 5% move, you will end up getting like 50% of the capital deployed. Though the capital was 24,000, if I just I'll show you one magic. Okay, see, let's say you are trading with 10 lots. If you are very much comfortable with your price action, right, people will go for 10 lots. See the magic. Now, see, on a capital of 2,43,000, you have the potential of 2,71,000 of the profit, right? Just think, give it a thing, right? To get to this profit in stock market or cash segment, right, market has to move 110%, which is, I mean, you can't even wait 110%. It might take like 3 years, 4 years for some, because market will not go this. I mean, if you look at the SDFC, right, see, it made a huge move, right, again it fell down. It made a huge move, fell down. It made a huge up move, it fell down. This is the way the market runs. See, even SDFC cannot make a 100% move, though it is a very fundamentally strong. So this is where, right, the investing versus the trading comes into difference. I'm planning to make one more video on the investing versus the trading. So basically what we do in the trading, we deploy one debit spread, or we go for swing trade. We deploy here, we'll exit here, we'll not even be in the market on this downtrend. Rather than deploying the entire capital, I'll just go to one other stock which is taking a strong support and going up. I'll deploy my entire money into that. So investors basically, they deploy here, so they will wait for 5 or 10 years. Market will go up, again it will fall. See, someone deployed here, right? That's such a big move, but again they came to the same level. So all the profit has gone into cost to cost. But as a trader, right, we deploy here, right, we exit here, and then again when the market comes, we deploy somewhere here and we exit somewhere here, right, based on the price action. But I think I'm deviating the topic. Again, let me come back to this thing. So I think I've done my best. I'm not sure like how much. Let me see, where are we, how much it's almost 49 minutes, so I think we can talk for another 10 minutes, friends. I think 1 hour video, so if someone is very much interested, I think they can always see this video, because this is very important video. So I'm not in the favor of debit spread, or I'm not in the favor of equity cash market. It all depends on individual perspective, right? On it all depends on your risk appetite. It all depends how good you are at your price action, right? When I say price action, guys, I use only the horizontal support resistance, followed by, see, I'll show you one example. I'll show you the bank nifty, the way I do the price action. Simple. This is my price action, friends, right? I'm not saying that follow my price action. What I'll do is, like, I have this horizontal resistance 1, resistance 2, right? Horizontal support 1, support 2, and then I'll combine them with my flag patterns. So don't you think this works? See, look at the price action, right? See, the reason why I can go for bullish in bank nifty is, like, see, it is taking a strong support at my dynamic resistance line, and also it is taking support at my horizontal line. So my gut feeling is, like, maybe bank nifty will make a up move, right? That's what happened. It might retrace back, right? Again, it might slowly go up, or else it will retrace, it will retest, it will come again, it will take a support of this line again, then it will break this resistance line, it will come down, it will make a slow move, right? This will act as a resistance. Okay, this might break the resistance, it will retest the resistance, this will act as a support, and then it will go up. So I know when it comes when it goes up, so there is a strong resistance here. So either it will break the resistance, and then this would be like second resistance, or else the stock might come again into this parallel channel. What I mean is, like, this channel, right? And look at the reason why I plotted this red line, two red line, is like this bank nifty is into like, what do we say, the long term range. See, this is stuck into this range, so I'm expecting market to be like in this area for another, like, 2 to 3 weeks, right? Basically, this is a strong resistance and this is a strong support, so market might be in this range for some time. But as a debit spread, even this range is not a small. Okay, if you look from, see, this is almost 6% on the top side, and also 3% on the downside. I think this moment is enough for us to get into profit into the debit spread. So we have to be like, and one more thing, friends, I think already I've discussed in my end-to-end series. Whenever you're deploying the debit spread, you have to act as a buyer and not as a seller. The reason is, like, whenever you see some good amount of profit, you have to capture the intrinsic value. Don't expect this 100%. Even if you get 10% of the profit the next day, exit the entire trade. I would say exit the entire trade, right? And go check your chart analysis. If you think that, okay, I have one potential area to re-enter into stock, then you can trade a new trade. But try to exit, try to book the intrinsic value, right? If you hold your profit, the theta, if the market is sideways, or the market, if you give like more time to market, your profit will be eaten up by the theta, right? The enemy of buyer is theta, right? We need quick momentum. So whenever you get intrinsic value is your profits. Whenever you get some good intrinsic value, try to book the intrinsic value, close the entire trade, and just you can re-enter one more trade, because we have another 40 days, right? That's the best practice what you have to do. But again, I'm planning to come up with a very interesting video, so wherein I'll discuss all these things. But today I wanted to discuss only on the pros and cons trading your FNO option versus your equity. This was the topic for today. I think I was able to deliver. So if you have any questions or concerns, if I was wrong somewhere, right, please comment in my YouTube channel. So I'll try my best to answer back all your queries. Okay, even I'm just learning, right? It's not something like I'm expert. I'm just going to make a introduction video. I'm not an expert, guys, honestly I'm telling. See, I mean, I don't want to, because it's been like 4 months into options trading. It's been just 4 months into option trading. I have like 8 months of experience on the equity. I know, hearing I mean, maybe because do not take me light actually, because I have been like very honest with you all. This is all I'm exploring, learning. So there are like another 20 to 25 videos which I'm planning to come out. And basically if you look at all the videos, those videos, whatever videos I'm planning to come out, essentially those are the videos where I had issues. I mean, I went through the pain point, right? So I wanted to capture all those topics, right, wherein I did not add any mentor, right, to resolve, because I've checked in my friend circle, I had my network, but no one was able to answer all my queries. And we cannot rely on all the paid courses, right? Because paid courses are something like we will not get more of support from them, right? End of the day, what I've done is like I went through YouTube search and I went to the Opstra. I've done enough of back testing, friend testing. Basically, I believe only in friend testing. Back testing, that gives me some sort of confidence, but back testing, I mean, that your emotion will not come into picture, right? That's not the proper way of learning things, but definitely to get some confidence, just to see. But friend testing is the one which helped me actually. I was okay to give losses. I'm just playing with only single lots, right? So once I become confident or comfortable, then I'll scale up my capital. All right, friends, so I'll make an introduction video about myself. Okay, I'll just show you the trading so far. Right, friends, thank you for watching. Please share with your friends. Right, I need some sort of motivation from you all, because it takes more effort, and I do all the videos in a single take. Excuse me for maybe instead of taking Reliance, at times I take Nifty, Bank Nifty, rather than telling down move. I at times tell up move. So just forgive me for all those uh, issues or confusions. Okay, thank you, friends. Thank you for watching my video. Okay, let me see. So it has almost went to 56,000. So I'll try to end the video here. Okay, just try to give your comments. Right. Chalo, thank you, friends.